In this video, I want to talk about what H tags are when you're writing out your content. These H tags help create structure in your content, and it's easier for Google to identify where some breaks are or what your content is about or main topics of your content. Okay, so let's just kind of dive in. We have H tags that range from H1 all the way down to H6. For the newbie to HTML writing, it's often easier to see that H1 tags are visually bigger, bolder than your smaller, thinner H6 tags. So when you think, oh, I want this to be bigger or I want this to be bolder, the newbie is often going to just put H1 around everything that they want to be bigger and bolder because they don't understand the CSS that goes behind styling text to be bigger and bolder. Okay. Google says that your page content should only have one H1 tag on it. Okay. More than that, it's a hindrance and really doesn't define what the topic is of that page or your article that you've written. So a single H1 tag in WordPress, that is the title of your page. The title of your page is automatically the H1 tag. So all the content that you're writing should have H2 through H6 tags in place. Now, while Google says you can only have one H1 tag, they say you can have multiple H2 through H6 tags. This is good to know. But let's think about the hierarchy or the structure of your content and why we would want things to fall in line with this. A few examples would be a book. So we could think of like a book. We have our chapter section. Okay, that would be our H1 tag. Then any subsections that fall within that would be H2. If our H2 or our subsections have a subsection to that, that would be H3 through H6. Most of the content that I write for my blog or that I've seen on other blogs don't go much beyond H3. My content's not so granular that I need to break it down further and further into an H6. Okay, so keep that in mind. It's a lot like a textbook that we've seen. We have our chapter title, which is our H1, and then the subsections of that chapter are H2s, and if we have subsections of our subsections, they're H3 through H6, depending on how further we need to go. Okay, so it's a level based, it gets more granular as we go. We don't use them because of styling. Okay, if we want styling, we can use spans and other CSS to get things to look the way we want. We don't use H tags. Okay. Next, with that, another example to kind of help maybe drive this home is think of H1s as being very broad. So let's use Earth. Okay, Earth would be H1. H2 would be, say, Europe. Okay, so Earth, Europe, H3, England. Okay, so we're just getting a little more granular as we go down. So we have England, and then within England we have London. Okay, and within London we have the London Tower Bridge. Okay, so as you can see, we narrow our focus further and further down with our H tags. It's okay if some overlap, but really it just needs to be straight down. Okay, like upside down triangle with our content. Okay, if you don't have a description for your page, if you don't have an identified title of your page or your content, Google has been known to pull any H tag title and list it as the title of your page or content in search results. So be sure you identify clearly what your H tags are and that you have a clear title in WordPress. You have a clear title of what the content is, because that is what will show up in search results as the H1 tag. Okay, so H tags are very important to SEO, and it's important that whenever possible that you actually list or include any keywords or key phrases into these title tags. Okay, that just helps further cement what your content is about, what people are going to read, and further boost your SEO rankings when somebody searches for that specific topic within that specific article on your website. If you have questions about this or anything else related to H tags or structuring your content, I'd be happy to help. Just feel free to reach out and ask the questions that you have, and I'll be there. So thanks. We'll talk to you later.